Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today this is my World Cup draw predictions. Now before I do get into the video, yesterday unfortunately I do have COVID. Unfortunately I tested positive yesterday morning. So I do apologise if I keep doing that and coughing a lot. It's because I have COVID. So yeah, but anyway, obviously last night the World Cup draws, the World Cup qualifiers came to an end, and obviously the pots for the draw, which is happening tomorrow, in fact, tomorrow, and I'll be live for the draw at 4:45 on my channel. So I'll put the link to that in the description. But yeah, the pots were confirmed this morning, and also the draw's happening tomorrow and that. But yeah, anyway, so smash a like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Well, just before I get into the video, I'm just going to read some bits of the draw procedure for the draw tomorrow. So it says, as hosts, Qatar are represented by a different colour ball and are allocated to the position A1. The remaining 7 top seeds are then drawn as primary teams in groups B to H. FIFA's general principle is to have only one team from each qualification zone in a single group. This means that Brazil cannot be paired with Ecuador, for example. However, the principle does not apply to UEFA teams. Each group must have at least one, but no more than 2 UEFA teams, with 13 places reserved for European teams. This means 5 out of the 8 groups will have 2 teams from that continent. Intercontinental playoff pairings: AFC team versus Commonwealth team, and CONCACAF team versus OFC team. And yeah, I think that's all of that. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get into it then. So pot one. So pot 1 containing Qatar, Brazil, Belgium, France, Argentina, England, Spain and Portugal. So let's go then. Obviously you can't really see, but I've got this. Yeah. Anyway, so let's see who the first team will be. If it's Qatar, obviously we've already, yeah. And so the first team, I don't know if you can see, but the first team is Portugal. So Portugal will be allocated to Group B, as obviously Qatar are already in Group A. So Portugal, the first team out. Let's see who the next team is. I don't know why I wrapped them so tiny. This is going to be really hard for me just to unwrap them all. Yeah. So the next team, again, I do apologise if you can't see it, but it is Brazil. Don't know if you can see that, but it is Brazil. So Brazil will go into Group C. So Brazil in Group C. Let's move on to Group D. Here we'll go into Group D. Man, this is so hard to unwrap or unravel, whatever. And who's that? Okay, so it's another team from South America. You can probably tell who it is. It's Argentina. I do apologise if it's backwards, because when I shoot up to the camera it's backwards, but I do apologise about that. So Argentina in Group D. And let's see who the next one is then. So the next one is... Just give me a second, I can't open it. I can't open it. Oh, there we go. Who is it? Oh, I know who that is. You can't really see the D at the end, but it is England. So England will be in Group E. So imagine, in this prediction thing, it says that England will be in Group E. I think we were in Group G for the 2018 World Cup with Panama, Tunisia and Belgium. And it's another side from Europe now, in France. So France will go into Group F. France begin with F. They're in Group F. So there should be there's 3 left because obviously one of them is Qatar, and obviously Qatar are as host they're automatically allocated to Group A. So the next team is, speaking of Belgium, like I was a few minutes ago, the next one is Belgium. So Belgium will go. Belgium will go into Group G, and the final one then, if this is Qatar, it doesn't. As I've said, they're already in Group A as hosts, and there we are. It is Qatar. Obviously, Qatar as hosts, they are in Group A, which is already been noted down before I started recording, because I already knew that. Because that's the rules. And so the final team then in Pot 1 is, the final team, I can't hold it. The final team from Pot 1 is Spain. So Spain will go into Group H. So that's Pot 1 complete. So I might as well keep this on as we now move on to Group B. Pot 2. So Pot 2 contains Mexico, Netherlands, Denmark, Germany, Uruguay, Switzerland, USA and Croatia. So there is no teams from Asia in this pot, so that's good for Qatar. But anyway, so who will be in Qatar's group? Let's have a look then. So who will be playing with Qatar? Who will be in Qatar's group in Group A? And it is... I dropped it. And it is... Hold on. Let me just show it up to the camera. It is, I don't know if you can see, it is Switzerland. So Switzerland will go into Group A with Qatar. Now this is a big one. Who will be paired with Portugal? Could it be the likes of Germany, Uruguay, Denmark, Netherlands? Who knows? I think it's a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Going in Group B with Denmark, with Portugal. I've just scared it away. It's Denmark. And it is Denmark, so that would be good if that happened. Imagine that happens, Portugal and Denmark in the same group. That would be sick. Imagine Portugal and Denmark in the same group. I haven't pulled out Germany yet. I'm on Group C now. And Group C has Brazil in it. So if we can get Germany... And oh my God, what are the chances of that? Germany. And again, if that happens, that'll be the first time that Brazil and Germany have played each other since the World Cup in 2014 in the semi-finals, where Germany won 7-1. 7-1. That was a nightmare for Brazil that day. So Group D now, who's going to be with Argentina? And if you look at that, this team was in Argentina's group in the 2018 World Cup. If you don't know who it is, it's Croatia. So, imagine that happens. Croatia were in Argentina's group in the last World Cup in Russia. So in my prediction, that means Argentina and Croatia will be in the same group. Now this is a big one. We're now in Group E, and it's England's group. So we haven't pulled out Uruguay yet. We haven't pulled out Netherlands yet. Will we get a big team? America hasn't been pulled out yet. So if we get America, I'll take that. But I can't open it. Oh, there we go. I've kind of opened it now. Okay, there we go. I've opened it. Who is it? Oh no. So it is Uruguay. It's Uruguay. Can you see that? I hope so. It's Uruguay. So that means the first team in our group from Pot 2 will be Uruguay. And if that happens, We've never played Uruguay before. Uruguay have got some good players in their team. Luis Suarez from Atletico Madrid. I think Angel Carrera, or is he Argentinian? I'm not sure, but Uruguay, you know, they've got Suarez from Atletico Madrid, Edison Cavani of Manchester United. They've got some good players in their team, Uruguay. But if that happens in real life, I think we could beat Uruguay. I think. So yeah. So Group F, which is France's group, the current champions coming into this World Cup, after beating Croatia 4-2 in Moscow in the final in 2018. So who is it? Oh, okay. This team had a decent World Cup. Can they do it again? It's Mexico. Mexico had a quite decent World Cup in 2018. I think they beat Germany, which is massive for them to beat Germany. And coming into that World Cup, Germany were the champions coming into the World Cup in 2018. And they beat Germany. So if Mexico get put in France's group, can they beat France? Who knows? How many teams are left? Oh, there's 2 left. There's 2 left. Ow, where's my legs? Ow. So this team now will be in Belgium's group, so in Group G. Who is it? Oh, it's Lucky. It's the USA. USA. So, that's not bad. Well, it is quite bad for America because, you know, Belgium are unbelievable. You know, they've got Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard, Torgan Hazard, Thibaut Courtois, Jan Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld. But America, they've actually got some really good players in their team. You know, they've got Christian Pulisic from Chelsea. He's American. Who else is in America's team? I don't really know, but I think the only player I know that plays for the American national team is Christian Pulisic. So, yeah, can he carry America in this World Cup? Who knows? And the final team will be paired with Spain. And it is, you probably know who it is already. I think I know who it is. Yeah, it is who I think it is. I'm going in the same group as Spain is the Netherlands. So Netherlands, this will be their first World Cup, if I'm correct, since 2010, I think, South Africa. I'm not really sure. But Netherlands, they return to the World Cup. In my prediction, they will be in the same group as Spain. So that's not that bad. So looking at the group so far, so Group A is Qatar and Switzerland. Group B is Portugal and Denmark. Group C, Brazil and Germany. Group D is Argentina and Croatia. Group E is England and Uruguay. Group F is France and Mexico. Group G is Belgium and America. And Group H is Spain and the Netherlands. So yeah. Right, so we now move on to pot 3. So pot pot 3 contains Senegal, Iran, Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, South Korea and Tunisia. So that's the teams in pot 3. So who will join Qatar and Switzerland in Group A? It can be another European team, so it could be either Serbia or Poland, because that is allowed, because there's a lot of European countries in the World Cup. So who is it? And it is... it's an African side. It is Tunisia. Now Tunisia, they had England and Belgium in the last World Cup, so it's kind of a bit easier for them. They've got Qatar and Switzerland. Can they beat Qatar? Potentially. Switzerland I'm not really sure about. Oh, who will be in Group B? And they have to play against Portugal and Denmark. If I was like, let's say, I don't know, who is it going to be? Or is it another African team? It's another African team I've just pulled out, and you might know who it is. I pulled out Morocco. Now, looking at the group, that Group B is looking quite decent. Group B so far, Portugal, Denmark and Morocco. Morocco, you know, they've got Hakim Ziyech. Who else have they got? I think you know, Hakimi. I think he's Moroccan. I'll check now actually. Hold on, let me go on Google. I can't spell his name properly. Hakimi. Oh, Akraf Hakimi. I think he plays for Morocco. Is he? Yeah, he does play for Morocco. So Morocco, Ziyech and Hakimi, they did quite well in the AFCON. So if they get joined that group, they could maybe sneak through. I think Portugal will be hard, but if that does happen, I think Denmark-Morocco, that'll be a good game. Denmark might win, but who knows? So the next team then, oh God. The next team goes into Group C with Brazil and Germany in it. Oh God, who is it? I feel so bad for this team, whoever it is. Okay. Oh, come on. I need to show it. Quick. Oh no, I just ripped it. Actually, it doesn't really matter to be honest, because you can still see it. It's Senegal, the current champions of Africa. So, again, another group. I just dropped my pen. That's wonderful. Oh my God, COVID's so dead. Man, I keep. So Group C, Brazil, Germany, and Senegal. Senegal didn't really do too great in the last World Cup, but they've improved ever since. They beat Egypt in the AFCON final. To be fair, you could say Senegal shouldn't really be here because they kind of did cheat, because Senegal played Egypt obviously they played each other in the AFCON final, which Senegal won on penalties. That game went to penalties, and whoever won the shootout would have gone to the World Cup, and obviously Senegal won. But the Senegal fans have like lasers and stuff, and they kept pointing at the Egypt players, and that's just like a massive disadvantage. So, and also Salah missed, but if Salah didn't have all those lasers in his face, he probably would have scored. But yeah, Senegal, I think they came third in the World Cup in their group. I'm not really sure, but if that happens, it's going to be tough for them. Brazil and Germany, but you know we all know what Senegal are like. Sadio Mane of Liverpool, Koulibaly of Napoli, some good players in that Senegal team. If that happens, well, will they come in the group? Who knows? Yeah, Group D now. So Group D, who will be with Argentina and Croatia? It is South Korea. Now, they had a very good World Cup. I think they qualified into the next round in 2018. South Korea beat Germany. I know. South Korea beat Germany. How mad is that? So, South Korea, Group D, with Argentina and Croatia. Can they do well in it? I'm not sure. So we're now back into England's group, Group E. So I pulled out Uruguay in pot 2. Who will England get in pot 3? There's only a few teams left. I've just gone straight into it. Who is it? Oh my God, wow. Wow. It's Poland. Now, if you didn't know that, I'm actually 1/8 Polish. So if that happens, yeah. So I pulled out Poland. So England's group looking quite difficult. Uruguay and Poland, Luis Suarez, Edson Cavani, Robert Lewandowski in there as well. That's going to be tough for England. But we played Poland. We have played Poland before. They have given us a good game. So that'll be hard to play against Poland, because I think we drew 1-1 in Warsaw. And I'm not sure how we got on at Wembley. So yeah, anyway, who will be in Group F with France and Mexico? If I can open this, we'll find out. I've opened it now. Who is it? Okay. Japan. They got to the last 16 last time. They were 2-0 up against Belgium as well. But then they lost 3-2. So Japan, that's going to be hard. France and Mexico. See who they get. So Group G now. Obviously Belgium and America are in that group. So who will be joining them in this prediction? I can open it. Oh, who is it? Ooh, okay. It is Serbia. Now Serbia came top of their qualifying group, and obviously that they had Portugal in their qualifying group, Serbia. So, but yeah, so Group G, Belgium, USA, and Serbia. So that means there should be one left, which there is. So it's going good. And the final team to go in Group H is, feel bad for this country, Iran. Oh, it's upside down. Oh no, it's not. Iran. It's Iran. So Iran will go into Group H now. That's quite hard if that happens. Spain and Netherlands to be playing against Iran. Sorry all to the Iranians here, but that's probably not going to be a good tournament for you lot. But yeah, so pot 4 now. Oh God, hold on. But yeah, so pot 4 now. So pot 4 contains Cameroon, Canada, Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, and then we've got the UEFA Path A winner, which is either Wales, Scotland, or Ukraine, and then it's the CONCACAF. Then it is the winner of the CONCACAF OFC playoff, which is between Costa Rica or New Zealand, or then it's either the winner of the Commonwealth OFC game, which is between Peru, United Arab Emirates, which is technically Abu Dhabi, and Australia. So bit confusing there. So anyway, so who will go into Group A? So Group A, we've got Qatar, Switzerland, and Tunisia. Who will go into this group? Who will go into this group? Let's find out. And the first team is... Okay, so the first one is in pot 4, is Costa Rica or New Zealand. So Costa Rica or New Zealand. I don't think New Zealand have never played in a World Cup before, so this is their opportunity. But Costa Rica, I know a few players from there. From them, I only know Keylor Navas, and that's it. But Costa Rica, they didn't do too great in the last World Cup. So yeah, if they do get into the World Cup, they will be with Qatar, Switzerland, and Tunisia. Which Costa Rica, they could get second, but if it's New Zealand, I'm sorry New Zealand, but 4th place for me. But yeah, so let's see what happens there. But put in the comments who will win that game to get to the World Cup. And by the way, that game's actually happening in Qatar. So who will win that game? Will it be Costa Rica or New Zealand? Put in the comments if they're on. Or just DM me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever. And who's next? Okay, so it's another playoff thing. And the next one is... If I just do that. It is Peru, Australia, or UAE, known as Abu Dhabi. So obviously Peru, they came 5th in the qualifiers for Commonwealth, which is the Confederation playoff thing. And obviously, so Peru have to play. I forgot who they're playing now. I'm gonna just look on here. So Peru. Well, before that, United Arab Emirates and Australia have to play each other. So whoever wins that game will play Peru. And whoever wins that game will be in Group B with Portugal, Denmark and Morocco. So, big moments here for UAE because I've never seen them in the World Cup before. So, if they can beat Australia, that'll be big for them. And if they can beat Peru as well, that'll be massive. So, obviously, good luck to the teams in that playoff game. So, who will go into Group C then with Brazil, Germany and Senegal? And look at that, it's another playoff, and this is the final one actually. And if you've got any Welsh or Scottish viewers watching it, it's Wales, Scotland or Ukraine. Now obviously that game, Scotland, Ukraine was supposed to happen last week, but due to the war in Ukraine at the moment, the game's happening in June. And obviously Wales, they're in that path with Scotland and Ukraine. Obviously, Wales have played their semi-final and they beat Austria, and they just have to wait to find out who they play out of Scotland or Ukraine. And Scotland, I think the last World Cup they got was Italia 90. I don't really know, to be honest, but well, let's just speak about those three countries then. So Wales, so if they do win, they will be with Brazil, Germany and Senegal. That is so hard for Wales. But to be fair, in the Euros, they had Italy in their group and they came second, I think, Wales. So they did quite well there. But you've got Brazil, Neymar, Vinicius Jr., Marcelo, Alisson, some brilliant players. And you've got Germany as well. Germany, Thomas Müller, Jamal Musiala, Serge Gnabry, Kai Havertz, and Senegal, Mane, Koulibaly, Mendy. And if Wales do win that, I think they'll come in bottom of that group, I'm sorry. And it's Scotland is probably the same as well. I think Brazil and Germany's, I think against Germany, Scotland could give them a good game, but Brazil will probably batter them. But against Senegal, if Scotland do qualify, and if that group does happen, if Scotland could beat Senegal, but Senegal obviously are champions of Africa, and Ukraine, you know, Mykolenko of Everton, Zinchenko, Malinowski of Atalanta. If that happens, that'll be hard for whoever wins that playoff group. But yes, anyway, let's move on to Group D now. There's enough waffling. You're probably getting bored, but who cares? So the next one is Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia now, that can't happen because South Korea were already in that group. So that means South Korea. It was South Korea, right? No, I meant Saudi Arabia, wrong country. That means Saudi Arabia will go into England's group. So that means England will have to play Uruguay, Poland, and Saudi Arabia. Now, that'll be quite decent. If that happens, I think we can beat Uruguay. Poland, I'm not sure, but 100% we can beat Saudi Arabia. That would, yeah. So let's go back to Group D then, because obviously we need to find out who's going to go in that group. Who is it going to be? It's going to be Ecuador. And obviously that also can't happen because Argentina are in that group. So Ecuador will have to go into Group F. And in Group F is France, Mexico and Japan. Man, so who's left? Oh, we might need this to be like Cameroon probably, or Canada. Oh, hold on. There we go. So, who is it going to be? I can't open it. Oh, there we go. Come on, open. Okay. It's Cameroon. I think their last World Cup was in 2010. I think it was 2014 actually, I'm not sure. So Cameroon, Group D with Argentina, Croatia and South Korea. I'm not sure about that. Put in the comments, if that group happens and Cameroon are in it, how far will Cameroon get in that group? Can they win it? Can they come second? Or will they bottle it and just get battered? Who knows? So we've got two groups left now, and they are Group G and Group H. So we'll start with Group G. Hopefully I've planned this right. It is Canada. Now Canada, due to America being in that group, Canada will have to go into Group H. So Group H is now complete. So Group H is Spain, Netherlands, Iran and Canada. Now I think if that happens, I think Iran will 100% come fourth, but that will be Canada. You know, they've got some decent players in their team, Canada. So, you know, like Alphonso Davies, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. But Canada, you know, they seem to be a decent team. So if that does happen, I wonder what will happen. So yeah, so and the final team then. The final team is Ghana. Now Ghana, another side who are quite decent. Obviously Ghana will have to go into Group G. So Ghana will be with Belgium, America and Serbia. I feel realistic for Ghana, probably maybe 3rd, 4th, I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's the video done then. Hold on. So Group A then we have Qatar, Switzerland, Tunisia and Costa Rica or New Zealand. Group B is Portugal, Denmark, Morocco or either Peru, UAE or Australia. Group C is Brazil, Germany, Senegal or Wales, Scotland or Ukraine. Group D is Argentina, Croatia, South Korea and Cameroon. Group E is England, Uruguay, Poland and Saudi Arabia. Group F is France, Mexico, Japan and Ecuador. Group G is Belgium, USA, Serbia and Ghana. And Group H is Spain, Netherlands, Iran and Canada. So that is the end of the video, and I will do a live reaction on here to the draw whilst live. Obviously I'll put the live stream link in the description down below, but yeah, put down in the comments who will your country get. And I said on Twitter who I want England to. I'll just get it up now. Let me just get it up. So I said I want America, Tunisia and Saudi Arabia, because I think we could probably just boss that group, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.